Thanks for joining us for Way 31 News at 5. I'm Dan Schaefer. It is an exciting night, not just for soccer fans, but for all of North Alabama as life returns to Joe Davis Stadium. Huntsville's new professional soccer team will take the field in just a few hours. We have live team coverage for you this evening from Joe Davis Stadium. Way 31's Marie Waxel leads the way for us on this historic night. Marie.
Dan, 38 years ago, this stadium earned the title, the crown jewel of the Southern League. And I can tell you that that beauty has absolutely been restored and then some here, just from my vantage point tonight, alongside the Wicks Family Field. Now, a new chapter in sports history is about to begin in just a few hours here in Huntsville with the Huntsville City FC. And we could not have asked for better weather. I know the clouds are hanging on over here, but it is going to be an excellent night for soccer players and fans to take the field here inside Joe Davis Stadium. And here we can thank the man responsible for it all, Chief Meteorologist Taylor Knust, who's hanging out outside the stadium for us tonight. Taylor?
Marie, I'm not responsible, but I will take credit for this nice weather that we've seen so far today. Cloud cover steady all day long, and that's actually prevented those pop-up storms that we often see this time of the year from developing. So it is dry across North Alabama. As we take a look at 31 triple Doppler, we are rain-free. It is likely going to stay that way for the rest of the day today, and as we head into this evening, just in time for the soccer match that begins at 7 o'clock, just under 2 hours from right now. Temperatures look terrific. We will stay put in those low 70s throughout this evening. Light winds, might even get a little bit of a peak of sunshine before the sun sets later on this evening. So good to go if you have any plans outside this Friday evening. Things are definitely going to change late tonight into tomorrow as we walk through future radar. A line of storms expected to roll our way starting in the shoals late tonight, moving across North Alabama for your Saturday morning. So yes, it is going to be a loud and a stormy start to the day on Saturday. Additional storms possible at least in the early afternoon tomorrow as well, and they will at least to some extent pose a severe weather threat, kind of similar to yesterday, where we could see those winds gust up to 60 miles per hour and quarter-size hail possible as well. And that's why we are under a level 1 risk for severe storms in parts of North Alabama. It's not going to be a complete washout this weekend by any means. I'll have a look at that entire weekend forecast coming up here in a few minutes. But Marie, as for this evening, looks phenomenal as we head into the evening hours here at Joe Davis Stadium.
Take the good credit, Taylor. Take the good credit. When it's bad, we'll blame you too for that. All right, back here inside the stadium tonight. April 19th, 1985, the Huntsville Stars played to a sold-out electric crowd inside this stadium, and I'm here to tell you that the Huntsville City FC will play to a sold-out crowd tonight for their first ever home match. Let's go ahead and bring in Way 31 Sports Director Nolan Knight to talk a little bit more about the team's aspect and their excitement getting ready to take to the field.
Yeah, the excitement for tonight obviously through the roof when we got the news that tonight's game was sold out for MLS Next Pro's most unique team. You see, Huntsville City FC is unlike any other team in MLS Next Easter Vision, as they are the only team that plays outside of its parents' club market. That means Huntsville shares the field with Charlotte, New York, Atlanta, Chicago. Where else does Alabama's biggest city have its name in the mix with cities of that size? Now, don't get it twisted. The players taking the field tonight have the talent to play in the MLS. And here at Joe Davis Stadium, the guys have their own identity. And that's what head coach Jack Collison thinks sticks out most for playing for a team like HCFC.
Yeah, I think there's lots of benefits, and there's obviously one or two things that maybe we have to deal with that are slightly different. But hopefully what it has done is given our group of guys, our staff and our fan base an opportunity to create our own identity. Yes, we are very, very proud and understand the link between us and Nashville. And long term, we want 5 or 6 of these guys going up there and affecting the first team.
And that identity is clearly on display here at Joe Davis Stadium. Over 3,000 season tickets held. We've already seen some support groups form as well for tonight's game, Marie, as also. So excitement, obviously clear.
Now, Nolan, you're a big soccer fan yourself, so tell us, what does this mean for the soccer community and really the entire community here in North Alabama?
Look, I spend every Sunday over at Merrimack Park playing soccer in the Huntsville Adult Soccer League. There are plenty of soccer fans here throughout the Huntsville area. So to have a team that they can feel united with, before this, obviously Atlanta is United is just down the road, Nashville SC, but to have a team here in Huntsville and all of the group chats and chains that I'm a part of when it comes to soccer in Huntsville, there are so many fans, and to have one single team to unite everybody, it's so clear, and it's a certain feeling that it's hard to explain. The excitement's real.
And as the minutes pass by, everyone is getting more and more excited. You can feel the energy build inside this stadium. Nolan, thank you so much for that neat little nugget as far as what we can expect and what the community expects from this historic night. I want to take you down memory lane. 1984 is when the city finally got the approval to start construction of this stadium, and they expedited that build. They built Joe Davis Stadium just over 33 weeks. It took them to build this. And remember, it was state of the art for its time. Now, fast forward to these renovations. Well, the city had a little bit longer. They gave themselves a little more than 14 months renovating this historic stadium, and they were still putting the final touches on it just a short time ago. This afternoon, when we arrived, we could see them making sure everything was in the perfect condition to welcome fans back for this legendary night. Of course, these renovations were not cheap by any means. In all, it cost the city an estimated $34 million to redo and upgrade this facility. That money provided by the city's capital funds in their capital plan. While there's significant changes to the concession and locker room areas and the addition of some new stands, fans will still notice the iconic concrete stadium structure stands strong, a nod, if you will, to its previous life.
We wanted to find a way to save the stadium if we could. There were certainly a number of other proposals that came to us of other uses for that site that would have included demolishing the stadium. None of those we really felt like were the right use for that land. It certainly is part of John Hunt Park. We wanted to keep it as part of the park. It's a great amenity for our community and for our region. And when we saw the way professional soccer is growing, the opportunity to go into partnership with the Major League Soccer team in Nashville, the pieces just fell into place.
Everyone very, very excited. Just like nearly 40 years ago, this stadium is state of the art for its time, and it's meant to house more than just soccer. While soccer will be the heartbeat of Joe Davis moving forward, it is equipped to handle concerts, festivals, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, even football once again. Now, there are already plans in place, city leaders tell us, for new developments surrounding the stadium in the John Hunt Park area. We're talking shopping, restaurants, hotels, you name it. Those ideas are floating around, and we can expect to see even more growth here in the Huntsville area, all because of what Huntsville City FC is bringing to North Alabama. Not just a love for soccer, not just a love for a game, just really a big economic splash and a big boost to overall quality of life. Again, the final touches are being made to opening ceremonies, security teams getting the walkthrough, vendors getting ready to sell you those I guess one-of-a-kind scarves, because it will be a collector's item before the night is over. You're going to want to make sure you got one. This is a sold-out crowd tonight. A lot of excitement here inside Joe Davis Stadium, again, as the sports era takes on a new chapter in Huntsville, in the heart of Huntsville, in John Hunt Park. Dan?
And we appreciate that walk down memory lane. Thanks, Marie. There is only one opening night, and this is it.